Okay, so I got you checked in. I'm recording. All right. So welcome to Gentle Yoga. My name is Georgia. So today you'll probably need a strap, a couple of blocks, or a towel. If you don't have those, you can grab like a pillow or even a hand towel, possibly even some books if you don't have the blocks. Whatever you have, and hands grasp. Um, Today's class is going to be focused on kind of accepting our body for where it is. So I found this quote as I was scrolling through, the good old Facebook this morning, and it just really spoke to me. And it says, "And I said to my body softly, I want to be your friend." It took a long breath and replied, "I have been waiting my whole life for this." I know for me that from the time I was a young teenager, I started not accepting myself for who I am and my body for what it was, and judging myself. And I don't know if it's a girl thing, when it carries into our womanhood or what, but I know for me that it's been a battle this whole time. And I'm starting to learn a little more and more each day to be a little more kinder, gentler with myself, and accepting myself for where I am and my body for where I am. So today's class will be focused on just accepting yourself and your body exactly where it is, and not having any harsh judgment or any stereotypes that we need to have on our bodies, and just allowing ourselves to be in this space. So to begin, we'll come into Sukhasana, or easy pose, or even extend the legs out long, whichever is most comfortable for you, to stack head over heart and heart over pelvis. Soften the gaze and close the eyes to start to connect to the breath. We'll start by inhaling through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, followed by the exhale. Stay here for a few more rounds on your own, allowing your body to settle into your space. Allow the shoulders to fall away from the ears if they have not already. Breath is deepening on the inhale, and elongating on the exhale. Two more breaths here. Start to bat the eyelashes open. Coming back into your space. Staying in this Sukhasana position or cross-legged position, I want you to interlace the fingers and start to press them outwards in front of you, really stretching through the hands, the backs of the wrist, and the fronts of the wrist, relaxing through the shoulders. So find an expansion here and continue to sit up tall, finding a slight engagement in the lower abdomen. And on the inhale, I want you to start to draw the shoulders back and down the body, lifting the interlaced hands above your head. And then relax the shoulders, drawing them into your place. Sitting up tall, really lengthening through the sides of the body. And release, raining the fingertips down. Good. So we're going to sweep the right arm up and we're going to pat ourselves on the back. So the hand should reach in between the shoulder blades if possible. And then take the left hand to the top of the right elbow, sitting up tall. Stretching out through the shoulders, the back of the right tricep. Breathing deeply. Make sure the spine stays long. So really ground down through the sitting bones here. Last breath here. And release. Shake out the hands slightly before switching sides. So we'll sweep the left arm up, give ourselves a little pat on the back, placing the hand hopefully in between the shoulder blades. If not, that's okay too. Right hand comes to the top of that left elbow. Sit up tall. Keep the spine straight. Grounding down through the sitting bones. Last breath here. And release. Bring the hands down. I just want you to wrap your arms around the body. It's almost like you're giving yourself a nice big hug, just to counter the postures we just did. Maybe tuck the chin into the chest slightly, lengthening the back of the neck. and release. Awesome. So we're gonna lengthen the legs out wide to come into that wide-legged position as comfortably as you can for your body. So it doesn't matter how wide the legs are, as long as you feel a stretch in the inner portion of the thighs. You wanna rotate the thigh bones back and down to try to keep the hips in place on the mat. If not, it's completely okay. Softness in the backs of the knees here. What we'll do is try to frame the torso over this left leg first. We're gonna come into a forward fold position over the left leg. Even if you're still just sitting straight up, and your gaze is down at the leg, that's completely fine. You don't have to come all the way down to the knee. I just want you to rotate the torso over that left leg on the inhale. And then on the exhale, start to gently walk the hands down until you feel comfortable to come into a fold. Breathing deeply. Again, lengthening the back of the neck. Finding softness in the places that you can. Watch how the breath deepens. Maybe the longer that you stay in this posture, the more you can come into a forward fold position as the body begins to allow gravity to take hold. Last breath here. On the inhale, start to walk the hands back up. Exhaling when you get there. Now we're going to switch sides. So rotate the torso over that right leg now. Inhale, sit up tall again. Try to find that rotation of the thigh bones back and down, softness in the back of the knees. And then on the exhale, start to walk the hands back down. Notice the spaces where you might find yourself holding in the body. Whether that be in the jaw, the back of the neck, possibly in the hips. And really breathe into that space. Last breath here. On the inhale, start to walk the hands back up. Exhaling when you get to center. We'll do one more posture here, and then we're going to come into a complete forward fold. So grab blocks if you need them. If you don't have blocks or books or maybe even a pillow, you can always use your fists and stack them one on top of the other and rest your head there. Or you can just remain sitting up tall and maybe come onto tented palms and just feel a nice deep stretch in the hamstrings. So we'll inhale, sit up tall, and then on the exhale, start to walk it down. Once you reach that nice, comfortable space, allow the head to come in, resting the head either on the blocks or whatever prop you have. And find that length in the back of the neck, drawing the shoulder blades down the back of the body. I've always found this pose very introspective. It really allows me to tap into what's going on inside my body. Let's see where I am. Two more breaths here. On an inhale, start to walk yourself back up. And exhale when you get to the top. Bringing the legs together, we're going to come into Ekapada prep. So we're going to take both feet, put the hands back behind you. You can either have the fingertips facing in or facing out towards the back of the mat. And I'll give an option as well if this becomes too much on the wrist. So cross the right ankle over the left knee. And we're just going to sit up tall, keep the right foot flexed, and just kind of rock side to side. Now, if this is too much on the wrist for you, just extend the left leg out long, keeping that right ankle over the left knee. And you can just stay here feeling a nice deep stretch in the outside of the right hip. Because it's going to do the same thing as if you were with the left knee drawn in. It's just stretching out through the right hip. You do have the hands facing behind you. Be sure that you're not sinking into the shoulders, but you're using the hands to press the mat away and keeping the spine long. To exit out of this posture, lengthen the left leg out long if it's not already, and then just release the right ankle from the top of the left knee and extend that right leg out long. We'll switch sides, so left ankle comes over the right knee. Draw the right knee in if you're going to place the hands behind you, or just keep it extended out long. And then just sit up tall, pressing into the hands, lengthening the spine, flexing through the left foot. Maybe find a nice gentle sway back and forth. Last breath here. And to release again, extend that right leg out long if it is not already to come up off the hands. And release that left ankle from the top of the right knee. Find some nice wrist circles here, especially if you're on the hands during that posture. Circle them in both directions. Even take the fingertips, pressing them into the palms. You can even use the mat to press into the fingertips and reverse it. Just to get a little release on the hands. From here, we'll swing the legs to the side. We'll come onto all fours to come into a tabletop position briefly. So stack shoulders over wrist bones, hips over knees. Press firmly into the backs of the feet to move through a few cycles of cat-cow. So we'll drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round through the spine, find the navel to spine connection. Tuck the chin into the chest. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Press the mat away. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round through the spine. Two more just like that. Inhale. Followed by the exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come back into that neutral spine position. So we're going to thread the needle, so we're not going to be on the wrist as much. So we'll inhale, lift the left arm up. Then on the exhale, loop it underneath that right armpit, placing the left shoulder down onto the mat. You can keep the right hand close in towards you or extend it out long. Just press firmly into the backs of the feet to help maintain your stability. There might be a slight activation you feel in the lower abdomen. Continue to deepen the breath. If the hand is extended out long, start to draw it in closer back towards the body. So you can use it on the inhale to press into that right palm, lifting the left arm up towards the ceiling. Then on the exhale, bring it back down. Switch sides. So inhale, lift the right arm up. And on the exhale, draw it through center underneath that left armpit, placing the right shoulder down with the ground, followed by the right ear. Again, keep the hand close in or extend it out long. Options is up to you. Press firmly to the back of the feet. If the left hand is extended out long, start to drop back in closer to the body, pressing into that left hand on the inhale. Draw the right arm back through, lifting it up towards the ceiling. Then on the exhale, bring it back down. So we'll swing the legs to the side now, coming back down onto the sitting bones to come into a Janu Sirsasana type shape. So we'll bring the right heel to the inner part of that left leg. We're going to wrap the left arm around our body today. And then we're going to inhale, sweep the right arm up, and on the exhale, take it up and over. Really roll that right shoulder back and down, opening up through the chest. You should feel this down the back of that right tricep, all the way down the right side body to the top of the right hip. And on your inhale, start to rise up. Exhale when you get to the top. From here, we're going to do a gate posture. So I want you to take the hands slightly in front of you, which is just, I want you to lean forward to come onto that right knee as the right foot kind of pivots back towards the edge of the mat. You're going to press into the outer edge of that left foot. Right hand's going to stay down onto the mat or come onto tented palm or even just onto the fingertips. I want you to inhale, lift the left arm up and take it over. Roll the left shoulder back and down and breathe. Use that right foot to press into the mat. And on the inhale, I want you to rise up and then take the left hand, allow it to glide down that left leg and extend the right hand past the right ear. Roll the right shoulder back. Press firmly to the outside edge of that right foot. Then on the exhale, bring the hands back down to the floor. Start to pivot that right foot back inward to bring you back down onto your sitting bones, lengthening that left leg to help you come back down. Good. So we'll extend the right leg out long now. Draw that left foot into the inner part of that right leg. We'll wrap the right arm around the waist, and then we'll inhale, lift the left arm up and take it over. Roll the left shoulder back and down, opening up through the chest. On an inhale, come back up through center. Exhaling when you get there. Now we'll take the hands back down to the mat, coming into our gate posture. So just start to hinge forward slightly. Pivot that left foot towards the back edge of the mat. Press firmly into the outside edge of that right foot. Taking the left hand outside of the left knee, we'll inhale, lift the right arm up towards the ceiling and take it and extend it past the right ear. You can just come onto either tented palms or even just placing the fingertips slightly onto the mat. Options are yours. Just roll that right shoulder back and down as you extend the right hand out long. Activation in the legs is key here, especially using the feet to ground. On an inhale, start to rise up. We'll glide that right hand down the right leg, extend the left hand out long, past the past the left ear. Roll the left shoulder back and down, opening up through the chest. On the activation in the legs. On an inhale, come back through center. Bring the hands back down to the floor. Start to pivot that left foot in, extending the right leg to help you come back down onto the sitting bones. Good. Now extend the legs out long to come into Paschimottanasana, or forward fold position, which should feel really nice after doing all those side stretches. So we'll find the softness in the backs of the knees, flexing in the feet. Grab a strap if you need to wrap around the base of the feet, or you can just have the hands on the ankles, the shins, peace fingers around the toes, whatever you want today. So you'll inhale, sit up tall. Then on the exhale, come into a forward fold. Draw the shoulder blades down the back of the body, lengthening the back of the neck once again. Make as deep as a bend in the knees as you need to. Now on your inhale, start to roll up, stacking vertebrae by vertebrae. Allowing the head to be the last thing. We're going to start to walk ourselves down to come up to lying flat on our back. So just walk the hands back, and you can draw the knees in to help you get there. So just do whatever you need to do to softly come to lying flat onto your back. We'll cross the right leg completely over the left, extend the arms out wide to come into our supine twist. And then we'll allow the knees to fall heavy to the left as we gaze over the right shoulder. Just allow your body to be in this space. No need to make any adjustments that you don't need to. It's one of those postures that I just feel like you should just be in. The rules and regulations. Just a nice twist. On an inhale, bring the knees back through center. You can exhale when you get there. Take the right ankle, crossing it over the left knee, come into a reclined pigeon posture. So draw the knee into the chest, towards the chest, interlacing the hand behind the back of the hamstring or the front of the shin. Also the option to extend the left foot up towards the ceiling. I always like to involve a nice gentle sway back and forth. Pressing my right knee away with my right elbow to open up more through the hip. Releasing the back of that left hamstring or the front of the shin, allow the left foot to come back down to the mat. Uncross the right foot off the left as we switch sides. So cross the left leg completely over the right, extend the arms out wide once again, and then allow the knees to fall to the right as you gaze over the left shoulder. On an inhale, bring the knees back through center. Exhaling when you get there. Taking the left ankle across the right knee, come into our reclined pigeon posture. Draw the right knee towards the chest and interlace behind that hamstring or the front of the shin. Again, the option to extend the leg up tall and flexing the foot towards the ceiling. You can do that as well. Release the back of that right hamstring, allow the right foot to come back down to the mat, and uncross that left foot off the right. So before we enter into Shavasana, we'll come into a happy baby. So hug the knees into the chest, flex the feet up towards the ceiling, clasp the insides or outsides of the feet, and just draw the shoulder blades down the back of the body. And maybe find a nice gentle sway back and forth, massaging the lower back, opening up one leg, followed by the next. Releasing the clasp of the feet. Take the knees into the chest as you extend one leg, followed by the next. Start to take the legs as wide as the mat or wider. Take the arms as wide as the mat or wider. And allow the eyes to fall heavy into the back of the skull. The tongue falls from the roof of the mouth. And furrowing the brow. Feeling a softness slide down in the back of the neck. As it enters into the shoulders, it cascades down the arms, flowing all the way to the fingertips. As it circles back up and enters into the chest, you feel a lightness. And this washes over the abdomen. You feel the energy flow over each of your hips, and down the back of the glutes. As it enters into the quad muscles, the hamstrings,
makes the legs start to feel heavy. Let us radiate over the back of the calves as they firmly press into the mat. Creating a softness in the ankles, which helps your feet to flop open to either side of the mat, releasing completely as you enter into Shavasana.